I'm Brittany from Storytelling Social, and I am so excited that you're tuning in for today's video. We are talking about how can you increase your bookings using social media marketing. Specifically, right now, we're going to kind of be covering Instagram for this fall. So normally you think about the fall season as the slow season. So you're talking about those September, October, November, and even a little bit into December before we start hitting winter. And that's just not the case. What we need to do is work on your social media marketing. And I have a ton of ideas that I'm going to go through that maybe you can implement right away and increase some of those bookings, grab some more money, because why do we have a rental in the first place, right? Is to make money. So here we go. We're going to dive in. The first thing you want to do is consider your short-term rental, your boutique hotel, maybe it's like a unique stay, whatever your property is. Who is it catering towards? Are you catering towards couples? Are you catering towards families? Because this is also going to influence what you're talking about in your marketing. So first thing we want to do is establish that, all right? Then you also need to think about your warm audience versus your cold audience. We're right now just specifically trying to target your warm audience. These are people who maybe are already following your social media account on Instagram. Maybe they've already stayed with you and they have opted in to give you their email addresses. We're also going to talk about in a few minutes, like things you can do to capture those email addresses. One way we can do that is through an email list, an opt-in, a discount, a giveaway. All right, so think about if it's the fall season, maybe you partner with a local business and you do a giveaway, especially if it's like a couple. Maybe you do like a date night evening where it's a partnership with a really nice restaurant in the area. Maybe you do partner with a spa. That also, you could create a reel with that giveaway information and you're gonna be able to reach into their audience as well and get in front of a cold audience and some new eyeballs. If you are emailing people that have already stayed with you, you could think about maybe offering a special discount. If they came back and booked with you this fall, maybe you get so much off, maybe you get a night free, whatever, however you want to kind of arrange that. That's another good one. So then if we're going to use Instagram to market to a cold audience, also your warm audience, obviously if you have people already following you, we want to show them why they should come to your place and stay in the fall. You have to. This is all about our brand, like storytelling, okay? So they need to imagine themselves at your property and like missing out on your property, okay? Creating major, what is it? FOMO, right? Fear of missing out on your property. It should be FOMOP. Fear of missing out. Wait, no, that wouldn't work that way, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Think about like the vibes, the atmosphere you're trying to create in these reels. I definitely encourage using reels right now if you're really trying to use storytelling. Also, Instagram is pushing those reels out way more than just a standard photo. And it's also going to get new eyeballs because it's going to a cold audience versus your warm audience, which they'll see it. They should see it as well. So for creating reels that showcases that fall inviting atmosphere, think about like a cozy morning reel, a short little video. Maybe it's someone carrying their coffee cup from behind and then it goes out onto the porch so you see the beautiful view, you see the leaves changing. Maybe another reel is somebody cozy up in a corner with a book, or for instance, you could like show the chair and have a book. It's like, imagine yourself here, okay? All the Gilmore Girl vibes, like different little phrases like that. Your cozy cabin, your autumn escape, how to spend your Burr months, like September, October, November with the BER. Tons of fun little ideas. Going back, you could also showcase local businesses. So for example, you could do a reel on like your top 10 things to do on an autumn afternoon in whatever location you have, okay? Showcase a local coffee shop. Another big thing you could also do, here's your perfect family itinerary for a long weekend in the fall. and go through and list some of the cool places they could visit. So for example, if this is talking specifically about families, pumpkin patches, fall festivals, apple orchards, what other ones could we do? If you go hiking, maybe like canoeing on a lake, you know, just super fun things like that. You could also think about as well, so if it's couples, wineries, breweries, music festivals, sporting events. If we're going to talk about sporting events, okay, this time of year, football, baseball, what else did I write down? Okay, like big marathons, half marathons that are being hosted in your town near your property. People are looking for a place to stay and yours could pop up, okay? If they're going to the college game, if they're going to the NFL game, that's a great little weekend away. Pull those people in and create a reel based on that, those team rivalries, whatever that is. You could also translate all those little ideas for your Instagram account, and then you can also turn that into multiple emails to send out to your warm audience, like top 10 things to do in the area in an email, and then maybe give a little discount, like say, fall 2025 and you get 10% off your stay, whatever, okay? So those are all some good ideas there that you could do. Don't underestimate our leaf peepers. Remember, there's thousands of people that travel, especially if you have a property that's in a mountain location or a very hot spot for leaf peeping. We love the leaf peepers. They're coming to see the leaves change. I know it's already getting a little late, but still in like the East Coast, further south, it's just now starting to change, especially like in the mountains. You can grab a hold of those people, like come leaf peep over here and get a cozy little weekend away in the mountains. Another good fun idea, if you're showcasing a reel for family specifically, you know, show creating s'mores. Like imagine your family sitting here this evening around the fire, making memories, eating s'mores, okay? That's like storytelling. Now, with the content specifically, obviously it would be wonderful if you could create that with actual people. So if you don't have that yet, think about as well hiring somebody out, or you could do it yourself. I'm going to be making videos about how you can create your own content, what kind of equipment, because you can keep it so simple. But do think about hiring out during this fall season to create content that you can reuse next year and the year to come to showcase your property during the fall specifically. It's working, was working smarter, not harder, okay? So for example, try and find a local videographer, a photographer, get maybe some friends to model for you, maybe a family and a couple, do 2 different like shoots, really explain to your photographer, videographer what you're trying to do here. You're creating short raw clips, you're creating great imagery that you can reuse next fall when you're trying to increase your bookings as well. If you have questions about creating this content, that's also something that Storytelling Social, our agency, does, and I would love to help you if you want to have a one-on-one, if you need consulting, if you need us to come and create the content for you. We offer all of that. My husband also, he does videography, and so we handle all that as well. A little plug right there, can't help it. Another great idea is like a fall welcome basket that you could offer your guests that are staying this fall, and you could showcase that in a reel. Like you're making your basket, you're showing, maybe it's a cute little wicker basket. It has maybe some of like the local hikes, lakes, things to do, events for the weekend that are upcoming for the month. Probably just do the month since you'd have a turnover. You could do a little s'mores kit, maybe like maple syrup, pumpkin bread, you know, whatever. You could put a couple things in there just as like a fun treat for fall that you're giving your guests. All right, so that's kind of covers this video and just some quick ideas that you could use on your Instagram account for your property, whether it's a short-term rental, a boutique hotel, a getaway, whatever, you know, unique stay. So I'm Brittany, I'm from Storytelling Social. This is our channel. I talk about social media marketing for your property to help increase bookings and make more money, because what's the point in having the property if it's not making you a return, right? You want a return on your investment property. So thank you for tuning in, and I'd hope you subscribe. Be sure if you have any questions to drop them below. Bye.